Now, this is what happens when you work for press and TV. You've not got a frigging clue. I'll stop when I want to stop.
You can put your finger up the arse, there'll be no smell there.
Probably the same as what everyone watched. Absolute dire, absolute joker game. Now I'm going to play. I'm going to play for a long time. You know, I have a year or 2 years left. Not now. If I can make it till I'm 90, just to make sure I cheese them off, I'll be playing till I'm 90. Sorry boys, I'm back. The all-use press and everything else have absolutely destroyed. So if it ever goes tits up, well look, give yourselves a pat on the back, because that's the way it's going. Let the boy play darts. If that's darts, I'm off ski. You know, simple as that. If that's how darts is going and that's how it gets played now, have fun. I'm off ski. I'm away going for a game of golf or something. I ain't going through that again.
The Scottish double world champion Gary Anderson is not known for being a big fan of the media. Time and time again, he gives his clear opinion in interviews, lets off steam and clashes with journalists. Here are the moments when Gary Anderson interviews have gone wrong.
Can you put that down to anything then, Gary? Any idea why that is?
My body's shot. Would you like to pay for a boy to have a look at my body? If you pay the bills, I'll go and get it seen to. So that's what it's down to.
Too many playing darts over the years, too much darts over the years.
He's sitting at the table talking to you boys. But like you say, you sit there and watch and write things down and you're not up there playing with a screwed up body. So, you work it out.
I mean, is this the kind of thing which you think might cut short your career then, Gary? You talk about retiring sort of like maybe next couple of years. Is that one of the reasons?
No, I've played half my life. What have you done for half your life? Writ stories? Done pressing? It gets boring after a while, doesn't it? It hurts sitting in a seat, doesn't it? Yeah. So there's your answer.
First time in ages, you come here under the radar and maybe even an underdog. Do you like that?
Listen, I've heard the commentators and this and that for donkeys actually give a flying fish and chips what they thought or say. You know, they're packed darts a long time ago. I couldn't give two monkeys what they say, whether I'm above the radar or below it. I'm here just to throw darts and that's it. You know, let them do what they want to do. I just come up and try hitting the doubles and the treble 20s.
Once upon a time, your scoring was brilliant, but you struggled with the doubles. But tonight, you're doubling in, won you the game.
My doubles have always been okay. So you interviewers that kept going on about me doubles and Sky going on about my doubles were always fine. You know, just you boys that I used to put in my head. Nah, my doubles are alright. Yeah. Winning on or finishing. So yeah, I'm not listening to you.
You know, if I want to spend time at home and all the keyboard warriors say, oh he's crap now, he's rubbish now, I don't give two monkeys. I've done my job, I want to spend time with the family. Is that a problem? Is that against the law? Is it wrong? I don't know, but that's the way I look at it. I've done it, I'm 51 this year. I'd like to have a bit of my time.
You talked in your post-match that if it didn't change you'd walk away. Was that a serious threat?
Well, I probably would have done until Harrington piped up. Now I'm going to play. I'm going to play for a long time. You know, I have a year or 2 years left. Not now. If I can make it till I'm 90, just to make sure I cheese them off, I'll be playing till I'm 90. Sorry boys, I'm back.
Anderson also makes no secret of the fact that he is not a fan of presenter Wayne Mardle. He repeatedly comments critically on his statements in interviews.
If the boy's better than me, I'm still going to play darts against him. Wayne Mardle's comment the other night, what a ticket. You know, if you're playing a player and you need to put him off, slow him down. That's coming from a commentator on Sky. You know, my way of playing darts, you go there, if he hits a ton, you hit a 140. If it's a 140, you hit a 180. Pressure on, try to outscore him, try to outplay him, outfinish him. You know, now Wayne's telling everyone, if you've got a problem with a player, slow him down or do what you can to put him off. What a numpty. That's absolutely great for television, and it's a great thing to tell kids what to do, isn't it? Proud of you, Wayne. Proper darts, you throw your darts, you try to outbeat the player. Beat him with what you've got in your hand. Not all this and all the tactics and whatever Wayne tells you to do. It doesn't fit, does it? Well, especially when it comes to commentators and directors of the PDC, you know. They keep going on about me moaning, right? But I stick to the rules. I'm a stickler for rules, right? And I play the game how it's supposed to be played. So if they've got a problem with that, and of course they don't like me speaking about it or doing what I do, that's their problem. I'm a dart player. I'm here to play darts the honest way and throw darts and play darts and try to beat the boy with what I've got in my hand. Not to put him off and knock him off his game. I'm there to play how I want to play darts. So if I'm wrong for that, if I'm guilty, jail me, lock away the key. But that's the way I am. So what can you do about it? Not a bloody lot, I'll tell you.
Another legendary incident is the so-called table gate incident, in which Anderson gets angry about Mensah Suljovic's style of play.
If you watch any dart game, player walks back, other players there, you walk round them. Because I moved, his back is to me towards the dartboard. So now I've got a cut across the hockey. If he turns round to throw, I'm now walking in front of him. That makes me in the wrong. So get all your facts right. See, he's all come out with all these things and do that. Think about what you say before you talk about it. Hey Wayne.
Just tell us your feelings after that match.
Probably the same as what everyone watched. Absolute dire, absolute joker game. You know, I play darts. I've always wanted to play darts. You know, everyone says why do you get cheesed off with darts? That's one of the reasons. Absolute bull.
Okay, just for us, if you could explain, is that particularly the extra slow play from Mensah?
I don't know. For a start, we were told what tables we're on. I ended up on the wrong table for the duration of the game. You know, I thought even Sky would have picked up on what table the players should have been for a start, and it could have been done right away, but obviously not.
And as it went on, I mean, we could all say that Mensah is a slow player, we know that, but maybe...
Is he?
Slow.
Did you watch the last set?
Yep.
Or the third set? Was he slow then? Nah, he wasn't slow. If that's darts, I'm Samofsky. You know, simple as that. If that's how darts is going and that's how it gets played now, have fun. I'm Samofsky. I'm away going for a game of golf or something. I ain't going through that again. Wayne Mardle, Rod Hatton, Mark Webster, they've all played darts. I've seen them kicking off because somebody's done something to them. Right, now if they'd been up there playing, they'd have been a hell of a lot worse than what I was. So trust me on that one. Alright, so you can tell, I've heard their comments, don't think a lot about them, but it's a great way to tell the public how to play darts. Well done lads, proud of you.
But Anderson also likes to defend other players in front of the media. For example, he criticised the media's treatment of Luke Littler and Luke Humphries.
Now see, we're going to say this now because we had another youngster called Josh Rock that all use press and everything else have absolutely destroyed. So if it ever goes tits up, well look, give yourselves a pat on the back because that's the way it's going. Let the boy play darts. I've been downstairs today and he's had cameras, Zoom calls, Sky meetings. Let the boy play darts. You know, he's had a great tournament, he's done well. What happens if it all goes Pete Tong now? Well, you boys have ruined that, haven't you? So let the boy play darts, he's 16-year-old, playing well. And yeah, just like Josh Rock, fantastic player, but you've knocked him back about 2-3 years.
Gary, just picking up on what you said about Luke, he's playing so well we can't help it. You know, what should we do? Not
keep going. Keep having that boy mic'd up and sitting doing interviews when he should be in the practice board. Carry on. I've seen that 1,000 times. Every year we see a boy coming through the rank. Honestly, you haven't got a clue how many young dart players we see coming through the system. Well, this is going to be the next big thing. That's it. Pressure's on him. All goes Pete Tong. Where is he now? We've seen it in the past. You go through the darts over the last 10 years, how many youngsters have come through that you've all said this is going to be the next big thing? Where are they? You tell me where are they now?
So you reckon
we just leave it and move there for now, please? Okay. Just, guys, got another game to play before he gets as far as that, please. Okay.
He's not just world champion, he's there for a reason. World champion was added onto his CV. You know, he's won so much more, and the boy gets looked over every time, which I think's a load, to be honest. You know, he's deserved everything that he's worked for, everything that he's got, and just to talk about other players, rubbish, absolute rubbish.
How do you think they should go about handling it better?
Well, just give him a bit of respect, you know, he's never ever mentioned, it's always other people, you know. But Luke, I think Luke just goes, on you go. As long as they're talking about other people, the limelight's off at him, so he can just carry on what he does.
The comparison.
And he's handled it as well, but deep down he must be a bit cheesed off it. You've not got a clue, honestly. You just think what you see is what you get. You've not got a clue. People have lives. Do you have a life? 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 Yeah. Well, it's nice to have a life.
But if you're doing this constantly, you wouldn't have a life. You know, I know what I can do. I know what I can do, what I can't do. And at the end of the day, like you say, your pundits, they've not got a clue. That's why they're sitting on the arses talking about darts instead of playing darts.
Cheers, Gareth. Thank you.
One of the funniest interviews in darts history is the one after the so-called Fartgate incident.
And he said that it was smelly on the stage.
I thought he had shit.
Sorry?
I thought Wesley had farted on stage. Yeah. Did he?
No. Well, I think he thinks you did it.
You can put your finger up the arse, there'll be no smell there. I thought he had shit, and I went, that's dirty. It was bad.
It was bad.
It was bad. There was a stink. I thought it was him. And he started playing better. I went, must have needed to get some wind out.
Yeah. And he thought it was you.
Oh no, hands up. Swear on my kid's life. So help me God. Nothing crossed.
But it was smelly anyway.
It was smelly. Usually if I fart on stage, I shit myself. And you know that, because I've told you in a documentary. Ain't scared to... If I'd farted that smelled like that, I'd put my hands up and go, oh, sorry, I need to get up.
So who was it then?
Well, don't tell me.